Hey everyone, it's David here with Evolutional.com. Video on how to take control of your life. There's several parts to this that I'm going to go over, but really what it's about when you need to take control of your life is getting control of your mind and your emotions so that you can come from center, come from a grounded place, so that you have the ability to shift whatever is happening in your life, what you don't want, towards what you do want to happen. And you've probably been practicing a lot of things that aren't supporting you to where you want to go, if you're even clear on where you want to go, which is part of it. So the first thing we have to take a look at is, what are your fears? What is stopping you? What is getting in the way? If you don't understand what you're afraid of, what's stopping you, and why you are feeling out of control with awareness, then it's hard to move towards what you want without a lot of resistance. And resistance is natural and will happen because our bodies, these biological units that we live in, like to remain static, kind of like a feedback system trying to maintain themselves. So when we want to change, especially emotionally, and get into a space where we're more calm and we're more centered and grounded and can move from a space of strength and stability, if we've not been practicing that for a long time, our norm is to feel all over the place and anxious or depressed, or whatever state you're predominantly living in, whatever mood. So we need to start with awareness and take a look at what you're thinking, what you're believing, what you're feeling, and what you're doing in your life that's not supporting you currently. Okay. Then the thing is once we identify those fears and thoughts and beliefs, is to work on self-acceptance. Accepting this is where you're at, this is what you feel right in this moment, and that it's not bad or wrong, it's just where you're at. Practicing being non-judgmental, because if we push ourselves too hard and put pressure on ourselves, there'll be a snapback probably at some point and create a lot of resistance. That's been my experience and the experience doing a lot of change and personal development work over the years. And the more that we can be gentle with ourselves while going in the direction that we want, the quicker it is that we can get there, the more fun we have learning and the more fun we have living. It's like a totally winning situation, okay? Then it's also helpful, and I am giving these sort of like down in order, but I guess going through one at a time, but it's not necessarily any certain order. It's kind of like these are always ongoing, and you can start with any one. But getting clear on what you want, exploring possibilities, being playful, being creative, getting into that space to where you can really expand on what's possible and not what you think you can do and what you can't do. Okay, almost anything is possible. It may not be possible right now, but in some course of time, most anything is possible. Now, how probable something is, well, that's a different story. That depends on the work you put in and what your goal is. Probability versus possibility, I like to term it. But there are a lot of things that are also a lot more probable than we think they are, depending on how we're thinking and being, how we are in our being and approaching our lives, okay? And, when you focus on what you want, it's okay to say what you don't want, to kind of narrow things down. But the problem is going into too much of what you don't want and focusing on that, it will just keep you stuck and keep you in the same place. I've coached people that sometimes it's really hard for them to say what they want. They're so used to, well, I don't want this and I don't want that, and I don't want to feel this, I don't want to feel that. And it's tough because they haven't practiced. Well, in that space of wanting and possibility and creation, and well, how do I want it to look up? How do I want to show up every day? How do I want to be? Okay. It's a skill set to practice that, and anybody can learn how to do it. It takes commitment to practicing it. And two things that I really advocate in this whole process is being mindfully aware. We talk about awareness a lot, and awareness is a great word for, taking a look at what's going on with ourselves and our lives. But I like mindfulness because it's a little more focused of a word. It's the way that we use our awareness, the way we use that attention into what's in front of us, to what we're doing right now in the present moment, being mindful, okay? And the other thing is persistence, not giving up on yourself, even when times are rough, and they will be rough, is to recommit to the process of taking back control of your life and going for what you want every day. And it doesn't stop. It's not a one-time thing. Just like self-acceptance isn't a one-time thing. You don't just go, oh, I self-accept, and now I'm self-accepting. It's possible that can happen, but my experience of self-acceptance is ongoing, dealing with as negative thoughts and emotions come up, and I might feel out of control. And then it's easier to quickly get back when I do my self-acceptance practice, my mindfulness meditation, or whatever it is that you want to practice. You know, I have certain things I suggest, but you don't have to use them. It's all about, you know, getting in touch with your fears, accepting yourself, and going for what you want. Those are the three main points of this. And then, you know, staying committed to that practice of being aware and mindful, and being persistent with the practice and with going for what you want, so you can create the life that you want. And that's all that kind of stuff I talk about in this video channel and on Evolution, my blog and my website. So thanks for listening today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below the video. Love to hear from you guys. What you're up to, what you're struggling with, what works for you, what doesn't, whatever you want to say. And until next video, talk to you soon. Bye.